Hey guys, how are you today? I am here, sunglasses and hat, beautiful day in Miami Beach. I just want to come to you, and my question today is, how am I living on the edge of what is possible? Man, that is such a good question. How are you living on the edge of what is possible? Maybe we need to start asking ourselves, how am I abandoning myself? I can think of a lot of ways that I'm abandoning myself and have, and in the past, those things have really taken me down. But it really starts with, well, what do I actually want? What kind of love energy do I want? What kind of body do I want? What kind of self do I want? What kind of home do I want? What experience do I want for my children, my family, my friends? Just really being clear on the blueprint of what I want, what's most important to me now, and prioritizing how to execute that. And then really getting into the truth of, how am I abandoning myself? What am I doing to get in the way of this beautiful energy that I crave, this beautiful life that I have, and fully having joy in it, fully experiencing myself, my truth, my identity, my relationships, the people that I am here to serve, the people that I am here to love and that are here to love me? How am I abandoning the self and creating and recreating in pattern structures that are not serving this beauty that I am fully capable of creating and sustaining in my life? I would say manifesting, and now I'm just saying this is fully a creation and a decision. It's not magic. I'm not manifesting anything. I'm making a choice, and my habits, my life, my character, my identity, everything that I have and can see clearly that's not in the shadow, which many things are in alignment with what I want. And I get in proportion to that how I live. So abandoning myself looks like focusing on other people, fixing other people, controlling people, fixing people, helping people, right? A lot of times we help people, but is it helping people, or is it taking the focus off of ourselves? And that's something that we really need to look at, because a lot of times we continue to escape, and we use generosity as a mechanism for excusing us for what's really harmful to ourselves. So that's one way, basing identity and energy off of others, and off of what I'm doing here. I don't need to do anything. I'm totally perfect just as I am. There's nothing needed, nothing broken. I have every capacity to change and improve and do whatever in the world I want to with my life, and so do you. So it's a really interesting point to notice that when coming from that place of perfection, how am I abandoning myself? Really just being absolutely brutally honest. How am I abandoning myself? I've opened my eyes and I've been holding myself in a triangle of hell, honestly, with an image and blaming someone. Is this what we're doing today? Have we continued to stay in the old story? Is there an old story consuming who we are, and making excuses for why everyone else, every other place, every other person and thing are to blame for us abandoning ourselves, instead of seeing that we're abandoning ourselves? Wait, I have needs. I need to be loved. I need to be seen. I need to be connected and fully living in my gifts. Am I embracing that, or am I abandoning this truth somehow? I know that this message is for someone today, and that's why I'm here vulnerably sharing. You know, these things are true. That's the thing. And it's not giving license to anyone to treat you any kind of way. It's not saying that we're wrong for having feelings and being sad or being hurt or all of these things. None of that has anything to do with us choosing to abandon ourselves. All of those things can be absolutely true, and we can embrace ourselves, and we can say, you know what? All of these things have happened, and that's fine. Has it made me stronger? Am I making choices to stay in alignment, to get into alignment, to embrace myself, to love myself, to accept myself, to truly see me for who I am? And maybe once I get past the point of seeing me, and I get past the point of the story, and I get past the point of abandoning myself, I can start to have compassion. I can start to have understanding. And I can start to recognize the difference between overfunctioning and loving someone else. But it's really important to start with ourselves. It's really important to get out of blame. It's so important to let the old story go and to get real and to recognize, you know what? The only person that we can control is who? Tell my kids this all the time, but I'm an adult, and we all have to remind ourselves, the only person that I can control is me. And you know what? I don't need to control myself as much as I need to accept and love myself. We need to love ourselves through the pain, through the patterns, all the repetition, all the resistance. I was talking on another video about resistance and what we run into. You know what? We just have to embrace it. It's there. Accept it. It's imperfect. It's noise. It's noise in our mind. So it's very synonymous. Like, you know, it makes me laugh, honestly. Yeah. It's just, this is all irony, isn't it? Every experience we're having, all the judgment, all the mental chatter, all the noise, all the things that we're saying inside of our minds that keep us safe in certainty instead of helping us to branch out, grow, and move past it. We started out talking about, you know, how are we actually growing beyond? What is it that we're living on the edge of the possibility? How am I living on the edge of what's possible? Am I stuck? Am I so far from what's possible that I'm just surviving? I'm just treading water. I'm doggy paddling. I'm barely making it. I can't breathe. My nervous system's shot. Oh, there's a lot to come. And some of you can see into the future a little bit, and some of you have no idea at all. And both of those things are fine. But I'm going to tell you that if you're treading water now, it's not going to get easier. So I highly encourage you to breathe and get the hell out of the water. And I know that's a little bit aggressive, but I say it with the most love. I say it with the most love possible. Get out of the water. Learn to love yourself. Let's stop abandoning ourselves so that we can be a platform for others, because there's so many people suffering in this world, and it's not all about, you know, not thinking about ourselves. But everything that we think in our mind affects how we show up. How are we, and how am I doing this and that and the other in every relationship? Not just my marriage, not just with my friends, not just with my colleagues, coworkers, and business partners. You know, how is this conversation I'm having in my mind impacting every last thing that I do? So we do not, more noise, right? We do not see how small we are when we allow our minds to dictate the repetitive circle of suffering. So when we stay in these handicaps, it totally cripples our body, completely sabotages our nervous system, and we are just reliving a circle and a cycle. You might as well just turn on the same show and watch it and call it Groundhog Day. These patterns and thoughts that create the actions, that create the thoughts, that create the actions, they're either building up and getting us into alignment or destroying our lives. And then they're either building up and healing others, or they're destroying the chances of saving those around us from suffering. So I just encourage you today to know how powerful that you are. You have so much power, and it is unreal, the love and joy and peace that you have down deep inside. All I can say is, if you're feeling sorrowful, stuck in suffering today, to take some time alone, cleanse your heart, breathe into that space where it's tight, where it feels full, the pressure and the sadness and the thoughts that they've overcome these parts of our bodies. I'm just asking you to take 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and get alone. Pray, ask for help, seek divine assistance in the moment, and trust and surrender in that moment. Just let it all go. Stop holding on to it. Stop trying to control it. Stop trying to fix it. Stop making excuses with blame, shame, name, and all these games that we play in our head. Yeah, I was a rapper in my past life. It's fine. I'm just so serious about this because my heart is determined to fill this world with love. I have gone through my own immense suffering, and I am so grateful to be changed and to be able to support myself, my family, all the people I mentioned, you, and it is all about trust and surrender. So I know we're talking about our question today, of how am I living at the edge of what's possible. So once you're free of this pain and these thoughts in this moment, anything that's holding you back, you'll be really ready to dive in. And I think that you will be astounded. In fact, I know you will, by what's possible for you. You are here to create your own future, partner up with the divine, and live at the edge of what's possible. I didn't get here to Miami by accident. I worked my butt off. I made a lot of mistakes. I had a lot of things blocking me, stopping me, and resistance. But here I am. And I've come through so many portals of hope. I've come through so much change. I've had so many milestones. And it's been a zigzag process. It has not been, oh, I live in Baltimore and XYZ, and now I live in Miami. No, I do. And I have a lot of plans for my life, and those things change. And it all begins with trust and surrender. So I hope this message has been helpful to you. And I send all my love and prayers, hope and peace, and I lift you up today. I lift you up into the divine, as you're already divine, you're already perfect, and you're sailing on your way. Peace be with you, my friend.